So comparative, my major here, comparative international education, is about the to comparison what's going on in the education system around the world, how the different countries running their educational systems, what differences they have, what spatial technologies nowadays, what spatial curriculum they have, and if some countries are far lagging behind in the education system, so what are the reasons? So just like this, this
Right,
study.
right. So the first thing I gotta ask is, I mean, everybody, it's the first question on everyone's mind. What country has like the best educational system? And I know that's kind of subjective opinion, but more like which one are the most high rated? Which one put out the most successful graduates and things like this?
According to my knowledge, is Finland, and then Norway, and then Singapore, and again Australia, and then UK are the best. And then if we will count, then US,
Oh
China.
no 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 no! Come on, U.S.
Uh,
is
in darker, yeah. It's not lagging behind. It's not on the top, but also in the mid. So if we will talk about top, so it's Finland, it's Singapore, it's Norway, it's Denmark, and it's Australia. Then if we will talk about mid, it's UK,
I
it's
think yeah, I
US.
think France, Germany are also somewhere around there.
Yeah. Germany, actually, Germany,
Yeah,
yes,
Germany for sure, for sure. You know, it's
for
interesting
sure.
because I have done.
France, US, and UK, I think little bit same. Maybe first France, then US, UK, then US. So we can categorize this way.
Hmm, interesting.
But it kind of shows in our electorate too, like how our voting systems elect our leaders. You know, who is choosing who. Because if you notice right now, at least with this, as we talked about earlier, with these global leaders, there are some countries who have like like Angela Merkel. You know, you have like Sana in Finland, and these are some of the most well-spoken, well-educated. Every time I heard a report this morning about Angela Merkel explaining something about the coronavirus, and the way she explained how to deal with it was amazing. I was just like, how could you not feel confident living in that kind of country? Whereas in these countries that I guess you just said the middle, they're having a lot more problems. And my personal opinion is that it's due to this education system. The people are not all educated, and especially in the US, you know, we don't have this universal education, free education for higher learning. So I think this is what causes, countries to have these kind of differences in their political representation. But I wanted to ask you, so besides the top, it's what specifically, what are some things that these differences, like these different countries are doing? Let's start from the good ones. What are some positive things that they're doing in education?
I think most of the positive things, if we will talk about, uh, first one is the learning environment in a school, and then the system, mm, a governing system of the education system, and then curriculum. What sort of curriculum, what sort of things you are putting in the curriculum? Is it based on practical, which relate to your practical life or not? So
Hmm.
these three ways we can particularize any country that is this country have a good education system. Actually, we have some terminologies in education. One nowadays, which is very best governing system in education, is decentralization of education. Make institutes independent on bottom level to perform well, to give good environment to learning environment to the students, which is adopted by Singapore and Finland especially. Decentralization.
Hmm.
This is the concern of whole world, especially nowadays in China, and they are working to having the same patron in China, but China and these countries have different orientation of political systems, so that they have some sort of problems, issues. So first one is environment in school, that which kind of environment you are giving to the students, and also a big concern about the social society, that how facilitated your society is, how people are having the basic opportunities of standard life, have quality life or not. So
Could you say
then,
some examples? Just give some examples of like, yeah, what would you think is?
because I would quote saying, I don't remember the name of the writer, but he just quote at one place that what you will put in schools, you will get the same. So I think from the society, if you have some good minds, you have relaxed, peaceful minds, you have skilled minds, skilled about not education or the skills about practical work, but skills about thinking. If you have a healthy mind, people, peaceful mind, they have peace in their life, and they will giving you back more. So I think their society do matter on the first stage. Democratic values you have, if you have religious freedom, you have thinking freedom, if you have economically everything, quality life, if you have, then you will put the human resource in the schools, so that of course ultimately they will giving you back very well. And then, because I believe as a teacher, we are having the students in our in the school for maybe in just like we are talking about the best countries, they have 7 hours, 9 hours, up to 9 hours in a school. So your child will spend approximately 9 hours, 6 to 9 hours in a school, but remaining all time he need to spend at home and at the street in the society. So it first it does matter. Your governing system of the country, your economic situation of the country, your social orientation of your country is supporting to the child, supporting your young generation to having the lessons correctly, to having the education correctly or not. This is the first factor. Then your school is doing the job correctly, because school always dependent on two things. First one is governance. I talked about decentralization of governance. If like developing countries, if I give my school Pakistan educational systems, we have a lot of misinterpretations in curriculum as well, and according to governance, we have many things, interruptions from central government, from provincial government, from local government. But if you have a decentralized education system like in Finland, in Singapore, so your school is totally independent to govern, to administer its system within the school. So this is the major point. And then is curriculum. If you have a strong curriculum thinking, if you have a good sort of things you are teaching to the, I studied about in Finland that till age of 7, I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think approximately age of 7, the students, the kids don't supposed to read a book to give the exam. It's surprising.
Yeah.
If I will take my example of my country and all around the world, from the age of 3, age of 4, from the kindergarten or Montessori, children need to bring the bags, heavy bags, 12, around 12, 14 books every day, and get back to the home. They just like this, and they cannot walk with that kind sort of books.
That's why they're
So
brawling.
they have 10 kg, 12 kg kid always bring 14 kg books. So what will he learn? What will he do in the classroom? But And we supposed to measure his skills in the age of 6 years,
Yeah.
8 years. I think this kind of things these countries don't have. They don't have exams for until four class. I think 4 or 5 class. They just bring the students to the some kind of garden,
Yeah.
some kind of natural environment. They just teach the children with natural environment. This is the basic point.
Wow.
Not books, not letters, not writing. They just build their imagination. They just build their inner skills, their mind capable enough, having some skills in their minds, and they enrich their minds with natural environment. Because the age this age group only can imagine very well.
Yeah.
If you will ask him that just rotate the things in your mind, just to be skilled for writing and just I think
Yeah, cultivate the
cultivate
ingenuity and
so
creativity.
it's kind of these kind of barriers, I think, making kids very hard to study. But in that countries they have the naturalistic more, they are
Approach,
their
yeah.
their kids are more near to nature. And one big thing is they are very near to practical things. In their curriculum, they just study the curriculum which they need to having the things practically in their life. But like developing countries, many, I think, including US, maybe Russia, Pakistan, maybe other countries, so they have curriculum, but this curriculum actually, I think, not satisfying graduates, even kids in their practical life. I think about 80%,
Yeah.
which we have already studied in our university in classroom. We don't need to get it practically.
Exactly.
So this is one of the clash which is making good and bad education system around the world, I think.
Right.